As Galactus approaches the Fortnite island, getting closer and closer to the inevitable end-of-season gigantic battle, Fortnite versus Galactus. Today, we're going to be taking a look at everything we know with leaks from in-game files, dates as to when the live event will be happening, and the potential outcome of this gigantic Fortnite live event. We're going to be covering everything here in the video. You do not want to miss it. If you watch this video right now and you want to send one Iron Man Unibeam shot at Galactus himself, just hit that like button. Each like will fire a beam at him and hopefully weaken him up a little bit as he gets closer to the island. To make sure you don't miss out on any of the latest Fortnite news and information, including the live event, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. We are getting closer and closer. And a giant thank you to everyone using code ALLY8. Pop it into the store and you can get a shout out in my videos. Putting Galactus to one side for a moment, we need to understand the previous history of Fortnite before we look into the future. Some of the big events that have happened, most notably leading up to and within Fortnite Chapter 2, is of course the end of Chapter 1, where the 0 Point imploded on itself, creating a giant black hole and putting us into darkness for several days before leading onto the map that we're in right now. Recently revealed by Donald Mustard himself, the creative lead director of everything Fortnite story related, let us know that during that live event with that implosion of the 0 Point, that moment of energy was actually what notified Galactus of the Fortnite island and sent him shooting towards us. That's right, can you believe it? Galactus has actually been flying towards this island for what? Over a year now? It's been a long journey. His ultimate goal when he gets here is to consume the world, take all of the energy for himself, and we're here to try and stop him. Since that event happened, we obviously have had a lot going on during Chapter 2. One of the biggest things being Midas trying to break the Fortnite loop, which is the infinite loop of Fortnite Battle Royale matches happening over and over again. Midas was somehow aware enough to know that he was in a simulation, touching all of the masks of the players that he took down in previous battles, turning it into gold, triggering his memory to let him know that this was some sort of weird loop simulation. He created a device, a very powerful ability to allow him to hopefully push away the storm forever and leave the Fortnite island in peace. His plan actually did work for a brief moment as we got teleported into the weird Jonesy office, where we saw Jonesy in a suit and he talked to us and he seemed just as confused as we were. We got a glimpse into the fact that we were being watched and maybe even controlled by these talking Fortnite characters far away from the island. With Midas' plan ultimately being a failure, we come closer towards the present day, with Galactus getting closer and closer to the Fortnite island and the world of Marvel characters coming to help us to ultimately steer Galactus away and protect the Fortnite world as we know it. In this process, information was reinforced about what happens on the island, including the fact that you lose the ability to talk, your memories start to get wiped, and ultimately you are completely controlled by the Fortnite island once you get there, as we've seen within the comics leading up to this season when Thor arrives and starts to lose his mind. Back to the present day now, we've got a lot of cool things happening. Number one, yes, Galactus is getting closer. How many more times can I say that? But number two, we seem to have a route and a target point for Galactus' landing on the Fortnite map, and it has appeared at the Fortnite Battle Bus table. This has been tracking his progress throughout the season, and although I've said he's got a landing point, I'm just going to put it out there. Galactus is absolutely giant. Remember Travis Scott and his live event and how big he was? I'm pretty sure that Galactus could be even bigger than him. It has been said by some of the Fortnite designers and artists that actually mapping out and creating the whole texture for his body was a lot of work, and knowing that they've already done Travis Scott, then Galactus being even harder, this guy's going to be absolutely huge. So big that maybe he won't even get the ability to land on the island, more so just be this huge thing in the sky floating above us. Either way, he's going to be hard to take down. One cool thing to note is that on next-gen consoles, the updated Storm actually allows you to see Galactus through the storm, so you can track his progress a little bit more, and the part that he's playing in this huge event is a little bit more obvious, as you don't just forget about him as soon as the match starts and the storm starts coming in. That's not all. We know that Iron Man from the beginning has been helping us gear up towards his epic live event and battle, where he has been manipulating parts of the island to bring in more Marvel characters, and also has been changing the battle bus many times. It is still going through an evolution process, and why the battle bus needs to change so massively we'll have to see. Maybe it will be a part of the actual live event in terms of getting us to the right place to take down Galactus. If he is as big as he actually seems, shooting him from the ground of the Fortnite map doesn't seem to make too much sense. We're going to need to go higher. Talking about going higher, take a look at these images. This is the helicarrier, the Spawn Island, which is actually above the Fortnite map and is far closer than we're used to and actually accessible on the Fortnite island itself. It's believed this is going to be tied into the live event, where we'll probably be using it as a platform to take down Galactus, get us a little bit of height, and that's not all. cool. Recently added into the game was, of course, the Iron Man updated jetpack, which looks really cool, by the way. And no doubt that'll be a vital part of the live event as well, allowing us to take down Galactus, get good movement, and get us even higher into the sky. Now, as big as this live event is going to be, when is it going to happen? What date are we meant to be aiming towards? And what will be the ultimate outcome when this event is over? Will it be good? Will it be bad? We've got a lot more to talk about. Added into the in-game files recently is an awesome countdown, getting us ready for when the live event will be kicking off. This is ready to pop into the in-game files at any point, but usually starts 1 week before the live event is about to kick off, so we've got plenty of time to get ready. Now, this is what it will look like in-game, but it isn't its exact location, and please do ignore the time. That isn't accurate either, as the end of this season has actually been pushed back, with in-game coding having slight changes to dates for end of season, starts of new battle passes, etc. So here's what we know. All new seasons kick off on a Thursday. Don't ask me why. That's just when it happens. And normally live events happen on the Saturday before that. At the moment, we're looking at a start for the next season as the 3rd of December, which means a live event could happen on the 28th of November. Now, sometimes the live events happen a little bit closer to the end of season, so that the gap between whatever goes down during the live event and the start of the next season is a little bit smaller, so the whole story can wrap up nicely and flow smoothly into the next season. The big thing here is obviously to keep an eye out for that giant countdown, which will appear at some point in the future. At the end of November, start of December are the key dates for when this is all going to be going down. The bigger question here is, though, what on earth is going to happen? And there's a few big options, both with completely different outcomes. Firstly, it's worth noting that looking over the files over the whole of the season and keeping an eye on absolutely everything that's going on, number one, the Cube audio has been updated and changed, and we know that Donald Mustard has talked about the Cube several times before and how it might be gone, but Fortnite don't go ahead and update files for absolutely no reason at all. So the fact that the Cube could return as a part of a live event, maybe to help us, or as a result of whatever happens during the live event, is definitely something to remember. On top of that, let's not forget about the key 7 visitor characters that started all the way back in Season 4 as a secret skin, and we've seen a few of these characters, but there are still a lot more of them to actually be revealed. These guys were a big part of the end of Chapter 1 event, actually guiding the missile into the 0 point to ultimately try and break everyone free in a similar way that Midas did from this infinite loop within the Fortnite world. These characters are a huge part of the story. Now, there has been a rumor that there are 7 stars, far brighter stars in fact, in the background of this loading screen for the Fortnite season, potentially hinting that they'll come and help us in the live event, or at least just letting us know, don't forget about the 7 characters that are important. And another thing is that there's a brand new Fortnite skin pack coming out very soon. I've talked about it a lot, called the Last Laugh Bundle, including the Joker, Poison Ivy, and more importantly, Midas Rex. The last time Midas, well, apart from his shadow version, it was in the game very recently. The last time we saw Midas was him looking very defeated, eaten by a shark, as his ultimate plan to save us from this Fortnite loop failed. But if he's coming back with a golden suit, an awesome golden mask, and potentially with another big plan, we could be seeing Midas Rex potentially helping in this battle, or attempting again to break the loop in a bigger way than we've seen before. So I'd say keep an eye on Midas. His story definitely isn't over yet. And then obviously the big question, what about the result? What about the end of this season? What's going to happen? There's 2 answers here. We win or we lose. It's quite simple. What happens if we win? We defeat Galactus or even just send him away. Ultimately, he is on a mission within the Marvel world to go ahead and get a lot of power to take down an even bigger enemy within the Marvel universe that isn't quite tied in with us. So if we can just get him to go away, that would definitely count as a win. We don't necessarily have to completely take him down. That would definitely be a big mission, but maybe that's what we've got to do. If that happens, we can continue within our Fortnite infinite loop of Battle Royale. The Marvel characters will probably go back to their Marvel world as well, although we can still use the skins in game, obviously. And the Fortnite island lives to fight another day is probably the outcome we want, because the other option is we lose. Now, if we lose and we don't manage to redirect Galactus, or we don't manage to defeat him, his goal is to literally consume the Fortnite island and whatever world we're sat on. He wants to eat it, or he wants to take all the power for himself, and then I guess we'll end up inside of Galactus's belly. We probably don't want to be there. If that happens, potentially, the whole world will rebuild itself yet again, and we could be leading ourselves into another Fortnite map. It's definitely a possibility. Although if Fortnite do stick to trends, we could be seeing the repetition of 10 seasons per chapter before we get a big change in maps or stories or whatever Fortnite have planned. And obviously, we're only just about to go into Chapter 2, Season 5, so we're not quite there yet. Whatever happens next, we will be going into a brand new Fortnite season. There's information within the in-game files that Galactus will be turned into a skin that we can actually purchase and ultimately play as within the game, which would be awesome. Not sure if that gives us a hint as to whether or not he's going to win or lose. And there's also been something found recently called the monthly crew pack, something that Fortnite were testing and gauging users' opinion of, which is a monthly subscription service that you pay into, giving you 1,000 V-Bucks every month, a new battle pass as a part of that package whenever it drops, and early access to a monthly crew skin that will be given out to all of these subscribers every single month. It's an interesting idea that's still being tested and may not come to the game, but if it does, are you guys interested paying for a subscription service to make sure you get that battle pass every single season and that new awesome skin with some V-Bucks? Let me know your thoughts down below. Either way, we're gearing up towards an epic battle. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for using code ALIA, and of course, you can check out the ALIA merch, link in the description to get yourself some just in time for Christmas. There's more videos on screen here, including next-gen Fortnite, so click your favorite, keep on watching. I'll see you over there.